Hi, honey.
Hi. Oh my God, that smells wonderful. It smells like cinnamon, apple cider, and 60-degree weather.
Perfect, because it's cider chicken. Are you hungry?
I can't wait. I am starving. Let's eat.
Good. All right. Howdy ho, team. Nice to see you again. Welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Wendy, your kitchen chaos coordinator. Tonight, what's for dinner? Cider chicken. It's starting to feel like fall in the air here in Florida. Finally. So I thought we'd make a delicious fall dinner, quick and easy as usual, because who's got time, right? I do not have time. But this chicken dish does need to marinate for about an hour. So I wanted us to meet first. Let me tell you what's in the dish, and then we'll meet back up after the marinating is all done. So first things first, we just want to marinate our chicken breasts up to 4, but since it's just hubby and I, we've just got 2 here, and we just want to get some fresh apple cider, and we're going to use 1 cup of the apple cider, pour it over the top, and set that in the microwave. We're going to set that in the fridge. Wendy, do not put this in the microwave. We're going to set this in the fridge for 1 hour, and then we'll meet you back, all right? Nice to see you again. Well, welcome back. It's been an hour, hasn't it? These little dudes have been marinating in the refrigerator in the apple cider, and so now we are actually ready to make our cider chicken. Cool. I am so happy that you're here. We have 110 friends on this channel, and if everybody asked 2 people to come along and join us, we'd have almost 400. So while you're thinking about it, will you share this channel with just a couple friends? Let's get more friends, because I want that great big table. I want the buffet. Let's get it going, shall we? All right, so we are going to make cider chicken. What do you need for cider chicken? You need at least 4 chicken breasts. We're doing 2 tonight, which is fine. It's just hubby and I. But for 4 chicken breasts, you'll need a cup of apple cider, half a cup of all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of ground ginger, a teaspoon of cinnamon, some salt and pepper, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, 1 apple cored and sliced, 2 tablespoons of honey, optional. Now, how are we going to make the apple cider chicken? What we're going to do is we're going to pour this juice off the cider and reserve it, and then we're going to make a dredge. We're going to make something to dip the chicken in, and they like to call that dredge. So you're just going to use some flour, some cinnamon, some gingers, and then salt and pepper. We're going to flour up the chicken, throw it back in this dish. Then we're going to put the chicken in the oven for about 40 minutes. While that's cooking, we are going to make the cider topping that'll go over the top of the chicken about 40 minutes into cooking. It's going to take an hour in the oven, tops. So, easy peasy, not a problem. We can do this, and let's get it started, shall we? All right, so the first thing we have to do, I have my little bowl here. I'm going to pour off the marinade from the chicken breasts. The little guys, and set that aside. Then we are going to prep what we, top 10 things vloggers do that people hate. That's one of them. All right, let's get going here. We need a half a cup of all-purpose flour. So I just have my flour. Here in Florida, I like to keep it in the freezer. We don't use flour very often, and so I don't want to waste it, and I don't want it to get any pests in it, so we keep it in the freezer. So here we go, just a nice half a cup of flour going in there. Okay, then we need the ginger, the cinnamon, the salt, and the pepper. So ginger, just ground ginger, and that is a teaspoon. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon. Same thing, just ground cinnamon. Put that together. And then some salt and some pepper to taste. And guess what, folks? Today is not the day for our favorite. Today is actually going to be salt and pepper day. But I wonder how many shakes I'm going to give this. Two blinking lights at me. I said, oh, what's that mean? Ah, microphone died. So we're going to do a quick recap. We had the chicken in here marinating. I poured that sauce over into this little cup here. And then we prepared a half a cup of flour, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon ground ginger in here. And now we're just dredging through the chicken just to get it nice and covered. There we go. Now that that's nice and covered, we can throw it. There's extra because it's a recipe for 4, but it's just hubby and I, so I'm just making it for 2. So this is gonna go in the oven right now. And then while that is baking at 350 for 40 minutes, we are gonna make the apple cider honey sauce to go over the top of the chicken. So let me throw this in the oven and get it going, and then I'll come back to you and we will make the apple cider pour over. Hold on. All right, team, so chicken is in the oven. Let's work on the sauce that's gonna be poured over it. We'll leave the chicken in the oven for 40 minutes. When the 40 minutes is up, I'll pull it out and we'll pour this prepared sauce over it, put it back in the oven for another 20 minutes, and then it'll be ready to eat. So let's get this going. We'll move this out of the way. And we will grab our reserved cider that we had, and then we need brown sugar. And you know, in the picture I used this box, but same thing with the meatloaf. We got just a little bit of brown sugar left in here, so let's do that. And it is 2 tablespoons brown sugar. And I do like to pack mine, so I'm just squeezing into that spoon right now. Make it a big pile. Nothing wrong with a little extra brown sugar. So there's 1. We'll go 1 more. Nice and packed. Okay. Go on. There we go. And then 2 tablespoons of honey. Pick your favorite honey. This is a local honey called mangrove, black mangrove honey, but it's local. 2 tablespoons of this good stuff. Put those guys in there. Perfect. And then we're going to core and peel our apple. You know, once I had a guinea pig in college, and we called her Honey, because when you came home from class, you could say, "Hi, honey, I'm home." Anyway, there's another trivia question for you. Oh, cored and sliced. Cool, so we don't have to. Okay, cool. We don't have to peel it. Anybody have one of these handy tip things? Man, I love this thing. Cores and slices at the same time. Set it on the top and push down. There we go. Awesome. And then to get it off, pull it out of the bottom. Throw the core away. But I'm going to make these slices a little bit thinner. I'll just cut these all in halves. All right, well, since we have honey on this anyway, I'm just gonna stir this up a little bit. And we are gonna leave this to sit on the counter for the next 40 minutes. And then when that oven goes off, I'll come back. We can pour this over the chicken and then it'll go back in for another 20 minutes and then we can eat. Yay! We're gonna have rolls and broccoli tonight with this. All right, cool. All right, it has been 40 minutes. I just took this out of the oven and now it's time to put those apple slices over the top. Hubby came home. He said it smells wonderful in here. So he is really looking forward to eating good tonight. Eating good tonight. So what I like to do is just put some apple slices over the top where you get some of that flavor going in there. Try to make them pretty. Without burning yourself, Wendy. Try to make it pretty. There we go. Of course, if you have 4 breasts, you know, it's going to be even more apple slicey. All right, and then I'll give it one final good stir, and then we're just going to pour directly over. Let me do it the way you can see. We're making a nice base under there. And then this is going to go right back in the oven for another 20 minutes. The apples, oh my gosh, if you could smell this right now. Cannot wait to eat this. Okay, so apple slices on top, poured that reserve over. It has the brown sugar and the honey in as well inside there. So all of those nice smells are coming up. This needs to go back in the oven at 350 for another 20 minutes just to let it finish and get the nice glaze on there. And then we will be ready to eat. So let me get this going and we'll see you back here in 20 minutes. I'm going to cook the vegetables while I'm waiting on this. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Have we got a meal ahead of us? This chicken is ready to go. The juice is bubbling. The apples are crisp on top. I'm gonna bring this up close to you so you can see. It looks mighty fine. Crowd cheers in background. Yay! Oh, we are ready to eat around here. Are you ready to eat? Perfect. All right, let's get our plates. Gather everything up, plate it up. I'll meet you over at the table, okay? All right. Yay, let's eat. Oh my goodness. The smells, right, hun?
It's wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us in the kitchen tonight. I hope you enjoyed cider chicken. I'm getting ready to enjoy cider chicken. Anyway, if you would please like, subscribe. Subscribe costs nothing. And all it does is let YouTube know that you like what you see. And that will eventually help me make this a full-time gig. So if you don't mind, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share with a couple of friends. And we'll go from 110 friends to 500 friends in no time. Stay tuned for a Zen moment, and we'll catch you next time. Happy eating. Oh, honey, I can't wait to dig into this.
Good.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah.
Tastes like cider?